Gonna build a mountain from a little hill. Gonna build a mountain, I hope I will. Gonna build a mountain, gonna build it high. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, I only know I'm gonna try.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another video of Planet Zoo Creations. Today we're going to be doing the Goliath Birdeater exhibit build. So, first off we're going to go to the general information of the animal, and then we're going to go through the exhibit build. And once that's done, we're going to go into a little montage of the animal. So, skip around to the part you like, and if you want to see me explain the general information about the Goliath Birdeater, stick around. So, I know for a fact that this is the biggest spider species in the whole world, if I'm 100% correctly. So without further ado, let's start the interesting animal, because I actually have a somewhat sort of really peak interest for animals like this. The tarantulas in specific really have caught my attention, and I don't know why, but they're really special, and once I got to know more about them, they really intrigued me. So let's see. The Goliath Birdeater, or Tarantula blondie. Population in the wild is unknown. Data is deficient at the moment. The Goliath Birdeater, or Tarantula blondie, is an extremely large species of tarantula native to the tropical rainforests, swamps, and marshes of Suriname, Guyana, French Guiana, Brazil, and Venezuela. It is tan brown in color, covered in red-brown hair, has a large abdomen with a large round thorax, thick segmented legs, and elongated pedipalps, mouth parts. The female is larger than the male, and both sexes have pronounced appendages on the end of their abdomen, known as spinnerets, that aid in web deposition. The web of the Goliath Birdeater is used for making egg sacs and for sperm transfer, but they do not spin webs for hunting. Natural habitat. So, natural habitat is continent South America, region Suriname, Guyana, French Guiana, Brazil, and Venezuela. And in the biomes tropical, and they need a minimum habitat requirement of a minimum of 23 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 29 degrees Celsius. The humidity requirement that they need is 50%, a minimum of 50% humidity and a maximum of 84% humidity. And of course they need an exhibit. Species data, social needs. Goliath bird-eaters are solitary animals and do not interact except to mate. Reproduction. The male spins a web on the ground in which he deposits sperm before absorbing it onto his palps and going in search of a female's burrow in an attempt to coax her out. If he is successful, he will approach her using his front legs to hook back her fangs, depositing the sperm in a furrow on her abdomen. The female will store this until she is ready to lay her eggs, laying around 50 to 200 of them in an egg sac. She will guard the sac in her burrow, carrying it with her when she leaves to hunt, until the spiderlings hatch in 6 to 8 weeks. Once hatched, the young spiders remain in the burrow, guarded by their mother until their first molt, after which will venture out and become independent. Also, what they did not say in the reproduction is that the male might be eaten after the reproduction system. So basically, if the female allows him to live, she will let him live. But if she decides to not have that way and she will decide to attack him, then she will eat him, which is in also grasshoppers, I think, like mantises or something is also the same, if I'm correct. But for tarantulas in specific, and I think in spiders in general, that is a main thing after the reproduction. that a male might die to the female. But that's not always, but the chance is pretty high, let's say it like that. Anyways, social group sizing, the group size excluding juveniles 1 to 3, so we're just gonna put in 2. I mean, or do we put in 3? Well, it's not that much, is it? Let me just hold on. Let me see how much was the red eye tree frog video. It was 1 to 5, so yeah, we did 3. Let's you know, okay, let's just pick 2 then. Let's pick 2, a male and a female. Dominance, none, and mating system polyandrous. Averages size. For a male, the average size is 24 centimeter leg span. For a female, that is 26 centimeters leg span. The life expectancy for both a male and a female Goliath Birdeater is 15 years approximately, and the weight is both unknown, the average of a male and a female. And if you want to read the life cycle, go ahead. Research status. Fun fact 1. The Goliath Birdeater is the largest species of spider in the world. The body can be 12 centimeters long. The leg span can be 28 centimeters. That is a huge spider, guys. Fun fact 2. In this species of spider, the female does not kill and eat the male during or after mating. Oh, so I was wrong. Oops. I am very sorry. Apparently for the Goliath Birdeater, the female actually does not kill the male. I did not know that it was specifically for the Goliath Birdeater, but I know for a lot of other tarantula species it is in fact the reality. But apparently for a Goliath Birdeater, the females do not kill the males, which is pretty special. Fun fact 3. When threatened, the Goliath Birdeaters release hairs from their abdomen that cause severe skin irritation. Because tarantulas are either New Worlds or Old Worlds. Those are 2 categories. The New Worlds have hairs, and they can flick them, which is exactly what Fun Fact 3 is. And the Old Worlds, they do not have hairs, and they cannot flick hairs, of course, because they don't have them. But instead, they will be more defensive or aggressive. That's my general knowledge. Correct me, anyone, if there's a tarantula expert watching. Correct me if I'm wrong or making any mistakes, but I think I'm pretty correct because I've actually studied this species and other tarantulas a lot in my free time, because I was really not addicted, but really just curious about the animal, and you know, and I got sucked into it and just got to know a lot about it. So yeah. Fun fact 4. The venom of the Goliath Birdeater is not strong to humans, and it's comparable to a wasp sting venom. Fun fact 5. The Goliath Birdeater is a delicacy in the local cuisine of northeastern South America. And an interspecies enrichment, the Goliath Birdeater does not benefit from sharing space with other species, of course. So, for this build, what we're immediately gonna start doing, it's of course in South America, so it's a rainy season again, ladies and gents. That's always the possibility. We're gonna build another square, like we always do with the exhibit. Something like that. It's maybe a little bit too big if I think about it. I think, yeah, it's way too big. Anyways. That should be enough already. Okay, well, actually we can just do this. Okay, that should be decent. And now what we need is facilities. We're gonna go to animal exhibit, and we're gonna pick South American exhibit. Once again, I know, I'm sorry, it's another South American animal, sadly. I would love to do some other exhibit animals as well from other continents, but that's not really happening at the moment. But we'll get there, don't worry about it. Okay, and with this area, we should actually build trees on this, but okay, you know what? I think making it a little bit more spacious is maybe the better way for me to go about this. Because what I do is I basically have it set here, and then we're gonna build a whole area around it. So for some who have actually checked out my videos already, you will perfectly know what I'm talking about. For the ones that are new, you're about to see what I make personally for every exhibit video that we do on the channel. We invent ways to make it look like the real continent. So for South America, we're gonna go to nature, we're gonna go to plants, and then we're gonna go to continent, and we're gonna pick South or Central America, and then we're gonna go biome, and I was gonna pick grassland, but we need tropical, and there we go. And then we have what we need, and we can start placing this down and creating a little forest basically. And rain has stopped, and it's now raining again. That's just great. So let's immediately go into the build, and I realized something was wrong, and it's because of the kapok tree that I did. There we go, that looks much better. And I'm also going to make a little water hole. There we go. To make it look really good. But at the moment we have to yeah, we have to place the stuff in the rain. Because it's still raining. South American rainy season. Some tree ferns over here. That does look really South American, I can't lie. Aha, the rain is clearing up, guys. Which is good to see. We can finally have a clear look. And it starts raining again. Rain season, South America. You gotta know it. You gotta love it. I honestly don't hate it. It's pretty special. But it's, you gotta get used to it, really. It's yeah, it's just, that's something that could really happen quite a lot in South America. Because there's literally seasons, rainy season, you know. And then it does rain and it's literally non-stop, so I like that they put it in the game as well, that there's a lot of chance for you to have like periods of only rain for when you're making South American zoos and scenery. It's a nice addition. Makes the continent feel alive and thriving, which is lovely to see. How does this look at the moment? Ooh, better than I expected, honestly. Making it look like a really nice little rainforest. You can't even see the exhibit build almost. But that's not an issue. That's literally not an issue, because once you zoom in, you'll see the exhibit. That's also what I'm trying to do. Just make you guys forget about the exhibit build and just look at the scenery and whatever around it. That's also got to be nicely done. Honestly, this does not look that bad. We're gonna fill this up fully with plants over here. Ooh. Ooh, that's, oh, I like that. Okay, I'm saying that this is good enough, guys, and then we can go into actually the animals, getting the animals. So exhibit trading, should have actually done this already. Goliath Birdeater. I'm gonna go with Santiago, and then we're gonna go with Beatriz. Sent to zoo. We're gonna get female on receptives, and then let's start actually changing the build a bit, because as you can see from the it looks pretty much the same as the red forest red-eyed tree frog exhibit build. I think still is a little bit different. Let's get the educational board going with Goliath Birdeater. Goliath Birdeater, Goliath Birdeater. There we go. Alright. Now, for this, the animals itself, and then we're gonna go layout, leaf letter A. Does anybody see leaf letter A appear? Ah, yes, I see it over there. I think. Ah, yes, over there. Okay. Where's leaf letter C? Yeah, there. Alright, well, let's keep all the leaf litters. That's just looking decent. Okay, now let's move on to the broken logs. Okay, that's pretty cool. A wide one. I did the wide one for the red-eyed tree frog. Oh, and then, oh yeah, we're definitely keeping this. This is 100% good for spiders. I do not think. Let's put everything in there. It's a small animal for hides and stuff. Tropical plant. That's a really nice tropical plant. And then this. You know what? Let's put it all in there. Makes it look really good. It's gonna be the same exactly almost as red-eyed tree frog from 2 episodes ago. But you gotta know, ladies and gentlemen, it's literally from the same continent. So yeah. Okay, they needed what exactly again? 29, so 27 is perfect, and then 83 is it set at the moment. We'll put it at 80%. You know what, let's put it at 75% humidity, because it was a bit at the high side. We'll do even 73%, and then it's a little bit more nice looking. Okay, with that being said, can we spot a Goliath Birdeater? Yes, I can. Oh my lord, I actually did it. Let's get in here. And let's zoom in. Okay, it's apparently Beatrice, who I'm seeing here. That is a huge spider. Oh my lord. That is a huge spider, guys. The other one was sitting over here somewhere. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a big spider, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I think it's time to get in. Oh, it's raining again. It's starting to rain again. Anyways, I think this is going to be it for the build, and now it's time to get into the montage of the Goliath Birdeater. I hope you guys liked it with what I've done with the scenery a bit. I know it's easy and quickly done, but that's literally what it's meant to be for an exhibit build, and it's all about this little containment over here. But still, we do separate videos on them, and I hope you guys still enjoy this. So without further ado, it is indeed another South American animal, but I'm reassuring you, there will be other continents and stuff coming soon as well. I just like to randomize it. So enjoy the montage of the Goliath Birdeater, and then I will see you in the next one. Take care. Okay, everybody, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this Goliath Birdeater video. So yeah, if you did, let me know. And without further ado, I will see you guys in the next video, which will be a will I say it? Sure, Arctic animal. Finally, snow. Yes. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, guys. Till the next video.